Let's now talk football, let's now talk sports and the year in retrospect. Today is the 20th day of December, just some few days to enter 2014. How has the year in the world of sport here in Ghana been so far? We'll look at the world in the whole and Ghana specifically. Mr. Oyedeji, for you, let's start with football, obviously, the passion of the nation as we all call it. Has it been that impressive? Looking at the Black Stars, we started with the senior national team, the Black Stars, they are run to the World Cup 2014 next year in Brazil, and also we trickle it down and look at the local football in the country. Yesterday was exactly 20 years. I mean, the Premier League in Ghana started.
Oh yes, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be with you once again after a short break, and I'm very happy that we are looking at the whole year in retrospect. But because you use Joseph Lamptey, I want to also use another Lamptey. We celebrated 1 year of David Lamptey, who is a sports enthusiast, a sports financier, a sports philanthropist. Then we also look at the same boxing again. It was a very low period for the country because Joseph Kinko Agbeko also lost his a comeback bid when he couldn't win the title WBO, WBA from the opponent. So we then come to football as the flagship of the nation, of the whole African continent. It is on the very high notes because the stars under a local coach, Kwesi Appiah, whom I'm very, very proud of now. I mean, we were here many years ago, we were clamoring for a local coach. He took the Black Stars to the 3rd consecutive World Cup appearance. It's a big mark. He has cut a niche for himself, and I'm very happy. And I'm even most happy this afternoon when I watched the documentary when he visited the CKJ in his house, and then they showed his gratitude, and then showed his commitment. He prayed for the old man, and he gave him some gifts. And he didn't stop there. He went also to Sissy Jones' house, who is also, not in very good health. He also, identified with the situation and the family. These are the type of things we've been talking about. What shall it profit a man when you gain the whole world, and then people cannot talk good of you when you leave? We've seen the benchmark that Nelson Mandela has left behind. All of us should aspire to at least reach a level of that commitment, so that when we depart, people will speak well of you. Whatever you are doing, you do it well. This little conversation we are having here should please people. They should know that we are speaking the truth. So that is on the level of the... Unfortunately for us, the Black Stars have been ranked 24 in the world and 2nd in Africa, maintain their position, showing that the team is very good. In fact, it is the good man of the Ghana sports now, the Black Stars. I will make people to smile this afternoon by saying that maybe we should make a special ministry for the Black Stars, because according to Sani Dara, the communication director, what Black Star does to the nation, the Super Eagles or any other national team is not doing that to the country. They use money to advertise. On New Day, Sani demonstrated how the Nigerian government used about $20,000, $30,000 to advertise for a very short period on the international level. Something Black Star can do with us, and we're just calling only one goal. The whole world will look at it. So it is on the high note. Now on the local level, yesterday was 20 years exactly that we changed from the Division 1 League to the Premier League. Please, I want people to get the difference. In 1981, we changed from the Division 1 to local league. But in 1993, 19 December was when we now said that we are going to run the game professionally. But I want to give a very important information here, which many people are not aware of. The first Ghanaian to be paid as a professional footballer is Boyusowa, the late chairman of ZB All Stars. He was playing for Accra Great Olympics and working with the Electricity Corporation. So when he wanted to move over to Accra Asufok, his job was threatened, and then Asufok decided to pay him as a footballer, the first person. The other footballer who also made us to shift from the amateur running of the league when we were Ghana Amateur Football Association, GAFA, to Ghana Football Association was Samakwa. Asmara, you don't know all these people. So he also was the one who made us to change. So in changing, you ask yourself, who are the personnel, who are the visionaries behind this particular change? The first person is E.T. Mensah, the longest serving Minister for Youth and Sports. A very good team that lost to the Eagles of Nigeria, Kanu Wanko and Co. Have you forgotten that team? The Starlets, 93. So there was a meeting to welcome them, and that was when E.T. Mensah brought out the idea that we should change our clothes from being ordinary associations to Real Football Club by incorporating them and ensuring that they sign contracts with their players. In fact, the 1993-94 league had a clause that you should sign at least 13 players, professional, that's non-amateur, so that you pay them for the work they are doing, not because you like their face or you like the way they play, no, because of the work they are doing. And when Butler was around, he also brought in the commercialization of football. You know, he is the country representative of Arab contractors in Europe and Middle East. So we had this professionalism and commercialization coming together to define our future growth and development of football in this country. Have you seen the combination? So at Winneba, the declaration where Mr. Zagbentu was the chairman, it was agreed after many disruptions and dissatisfaction and suspicions and a whole lot of backbiting, we came about with this professional league, and it has gone. Kotoko won the first one, I think with 35 points, Aska had 27, second won the first. Then Goldfish, you remember them? Goldfish, now Ash Gold. They came in and had 3 wins, 1, 2, 3 consecutive unbeaten. And that time they had all the resources. They attracted investment from Netherlands to do their academy very well. When they did the academy, you saw how they produced players like Augustina Hinfu, many of those youngsters at that time, with their superior technical team, Jones Atikovio, Ebetado, Kwe. So these are things that make me feel happy that when you are a living witness like me, I repeat, when you are a living witness like me, who has seen all these things, then you feel happy that you have reached a stage.
Okay,
the problem now is the development.
We'll come to the problem of the development, but let's listen to Alhaji Raj. Alhaji Raji, what he also had to say about the particular yesterday's 20 years moving from Division 1 to the Premiership.
I've seen great players emerge from this country. From 1964, comparably, we are yet to get to that quality of players that we've seen. But of late, people like Yahya, Mohammed, they are also emerging. And my only problem is we need to improve the quality of our coaches. They have not been able to turn mediocres into stars for a long time, very, very, very long time. And mediocrity, you, the coach, must make sure that you turn that character into a very successful character. There's a downward drip of issue of sponsorship. I want us to move away from that notion of relying on sponsorship for our league. We must believe that funding or ownership of clubs must change from the way it used to be. People must be prepared to give away a certain percentage of the club to people who have money to invest in the clubs, so that we will not be relying too much on the sponsors. I want us to be comparing our league to maybe the Turkish league, to the Brazilian league, to the Greece league, so that we don't deceive ourselves that we want to match the EPL.
All right, so there you had Alhaji Raji, who is the chairman of the Ghana League Clubs Association, GALCA. Mr. James Oyedeji, your cousin there?
Yes, Raji.
Helping Ghana football develop. Are you Ghanaians?
Yes, so we are. We were born in the Gold Coast, so from the constitution, anybody born before the independence.
Okay.
Yes, and you know that I had the British flag, which was taken away from him as a child, and then I was given the red, gold, green with the black flag.
You should have photo evidence and all these things for.
Oh, but TV3 did the documentary. You didn't watch it. Johan Pofanga.
I did.
Yes, so you want a repetition? Sure. Yes, we were talking about
the development.
Yes, we had under the previous administrations 2 new stadium beds. That's an increase in infrastructure, even at Sipun and then at Tamale. So otherwise, no club here has a stadium of its own. Even Ashgood, I don't think that stadium appears in their book as an asset. It is a property of the mother company which they are utilizing. When you come to Takwa, TRD Park, Mediama, they are using it. It's a gift from Goldfish, I think Takwa and Daman, for the WhatsApp people. which Mediama is using. House of Folk, they want to put man, I don't know, you know, they've not completed it. Kotoko Adako Jachi, you know, it is almost having a problem. Which other club? So it is a negative trend towards the fact that our clubs don't have the infrastructure. When the GFA under Mr. Pesina did the club licensing, you saw that they wanted to bring the club to the level of professionalism, and it's a very good sign. And two, the continuous training and retraining of our coaches and our referees, okay, shows that we are also developing. So the difference I want to emphasize here is that apart from the increase in the infrastructure and the increase in the number of coaches or players or referees, we have to look at the change. The change is what is known as the development. The growth plus the change is what we are looking at. And now, Raju was talking about the quality of players that we are not showing. I was surprised he didn't bring about the change of a goalkeeper, Edward Akpa, who later became Ghana's most prolific goal scorer. He was changed by a coach. That okay, the goalkeeper, I think the striker is injured. You go and strike, and then he became the best ever. So that's what I was saying. The coaches should also try. But I'm very happy with what is happening now, because even as I just said, when the licensing course started, I was on the line with Mr. Chakanti, the director, and he told me that the quality of the coaching is service. Uncle Ben Kofi is a CAF FIFA instructor. Is there, Ade is there, and all those things. Now we come to spectatorship. Why are we drifting and watching Manchester United, the champions in heaven, Chelsea, Everton, and all those things? Why are we not watching Aduana Stars and Azakes and all those? It's because the press itself is lacking in the publicity of budding stars. That's why sometimes I congratulate, not sometimes, always I congratulate the journalists who hype certain players with the hope that the players will hit the limelight. Kobne Yeboah is a typical example. When the people are seen appear and go and hype them, and they became national stars. So, in fact, the trend will continue. And I want to say, because I can see that you are signaling me to end, is that our present football development is a product of historical circumstances which we need to be dissected one by one over time. Finish.